Hey, y'all. Hey, I'm Annette here from Word on the Curb Podcast Studio. We are trying a new look and rebranding, so you're going to see changes over the next 60 days, but they'll be good changes. Hey, Frank and Christina Sasso, my producers, who have watched me grow and show up for this podcast for many years. I'm happy to be here. But hey, I've got something for you tonight. I want to talk a little bit about the whisper. hmm Everybody knows one, the whisper. You know, minding our own business is a skill that many people don't possess. They don't have it, they haven't mastered it. And they often feel entitled to weigh in on situations that don't concern them. But the reality is that focusing on our own life leads to less stress. I'm a witness. I've learned to do it. Fewer conflicts, better relationships. When people meddle too much, when they meddle, period, they invite unnecessary drama, create enemies, and often expose their own hypocrisy when their skeletons come tumbling out the closet. Now, this is not for the perfect people. You already know that. Let me tell you why it's important that you mind your own business on a regular, not just every now and then. Regularly minding your business matters. It's important because it protects your peace. Constantly discussing other people's issues keeps negativity swirling unless you're in denial. And I don't mean the Nile River, I mean denial. It keeps negativity swirling around you. And you know what? You think that you're hiding. You think that you're behind closed doors. You think that nobody sees you. No, that's not true. People see you. We see you. You see other people. They see you too when you're constantly discussing other people's issues. You know, when you're hanging out with your girlfriend, birds of a feather flock together. Let me remind you of that too. That's right. Don't you dare believe that birds flock in groups that don't serve their purpose. And the leader of the bunch is a gossiper. Don't go for that. Not true. But people see you. I mean, you're so transparent because the negativity just works all around you. Peace comes when we focus on ourselves. I've learned that. I know that. That's a fact. When we focus on ourselves and not other people, there's a peace. That's that peace that we all want, right? Avoid being a hypocrite. The same people who gossip about others often have the biggest secrets. That's right. Don't take my word for it. And what doesn't apply, baby, let it fly. But the people who gossip the most usually have the biggest secrets. That's right. If you don't want your business exposed, don't expose other people's. Now that's simple enough, isn't it? Oh, it absolutely is. Strengthen your reputation. People respect those who are trustworthy. You know when you're trustworthy and when you're not, when you always have a secret to tell, when you always have somebody else's business to tell. Guess what? How transparent would you be if you were sharing your own business and your own secrets and your own drama? Yeah, that part, right? People respect those who are trustworthy. You know whether you're trustworthy or not. Don't ask me. If you're always running your mouth, others will assume you do the same with their business. Now, sleep that if you want to. Took me a minute to get up on that. I mean, probably early 40s. I took people at their word. I took them where they were, didn't put too much energy or effort into anything anybody else was doing because I had my own stuff going on. That's right. My real life, that life that we all live, I had my own stuff going on. But here's three things I want you to remember about the loud and the wrong. Loud because they're whispering everybody else's business, and wrong because they got enough of their own. The loudest voice is often the guiltiest. People who constantly call out others are usually the ones with the most to hide. They create distractions to keep the heat off of themselves. You ever been around somebody and I know I have a few somebodies that they couldn't talk about anything else but other people and other people's business. Let me tell you. Yeah. Yep. Just like they were telling theirs, they're telling yours too, right? They create distractions to keep the heat off of them. I said that already. Yeah. That's what that's all about. Double standards always get exposed. I'm telling you, and I'm not talking about people who gossip and think they know. I'm talking about reality and transparent. Those double standards. Knowing when to keep quiet can be the difference between maintaining control and exposing your own weaknesses. That's right, your own weaknesses. We all have some weaknesses now. Don't get it twisted. Sometimes the best response is no response. And if you think people are always talking about you, it's probably because you're always talking about other people. Hypocrisy in action. The perfect parent who hides their own mess, who acts as if everything is so great with them and their children. Their children, oh, I have the perfect daughter. I have the perfect son. My kids never gave me a bit of trouble. My children are trying so hard. Everybody's child is trying. It just depends on what direction they're going in. There is no perfection. And sometimes, as others like to point out, as they're trudging through their own mess, it can be a little dysfunctional. Yeah, that's right. They'll talk about somebody else's kid getting in trouble, making bad choices, but behind closed doors, their own child's out here making the same or worse mistakes. Our children make mistakes, as did we. Well, actually, I made quite a few. Yeah, quite a few. When their skeletons fall out, suddenly they want privacy. Oh, why is everybody in my business? Why is everybody concerned about, oh, but when the shoe was on the other foot and you were telling everybody else's business, it didn't matter, did it? Absolutely not. So, tuck your tail between your legs and go on and do what you have to do. The workplace gossip. Oh, they know every office rumor from who's getting fired to who's secretly dating who. On my job, I was accused of so many men, it didn't even make sense. And not near one of them was mine. I wouldn't have them. They know every office rumor. They talk about everybody else. Oh, he's with her. Oh, she's with him. All the sneaking y'all doing. Knock it off. Just knock it off. At the office. That's right. Knock it off with all that dirt in your closet. They act like the moral authority on professionalism and work. Oh, I'm not like that. Oh, I'm so great. Oh, I'm this. I would never do that. I don't understand why this happened to me because you do it to other people. It's called karma. It rides up on you. That's right. It's ridden up on me many times. I've learned my lessons well. I hope my lessons will be in other places, but not in this one, not in this gossip and rumor thing. I had my time with that when I was in my 40s, listening and hearing and seeing. I'm not even getting in it. If you think I said something, ask me. If you think I thought something, ask me. And if I think you're worthy of my time, my energy, and my effort, I'll tell you. Whatever I say in another room, I'll say to your face. I don't have any problem with that. That makes a lot of people uncomfortable. And that's okay too. But the moment somebody whispers about their unapproved behavior and questionable secrets or side hustles, which can sometimes be people, places, and things, you'll get that one on the way home where they're hustling other people. You know, those ones who always have something going on. But when it comes back to them, it's an attack on their privacy. Stop attacking other people. The friend who plays judge and jury in everyone else's relationships. They have the most to say about who should leave their man, who is being played, and who deserves better. But when their own relationship drama explodes, whether they're getting cheated on, played, cheating, or just making the same mistakes they judged others for, they suddenly become quiet. They disappear from social media, or they start posting cryptic messages. God is working on all of us, and He's not through with any of us yet, even after we lay down and take our last breath. I'm a believer. But those cryptic posts about, oh, I'm doing this or I'm doing that, and I found that this, yeah, go away. Get your own life together before you start talking about other people's lives. And if you can't do that, if you can't get your life together, if you can't stop with your nonsense, at least stay out of other people's nonsense. That's right. If you can dish it, you better be ready to take it. And if you can't, maybe it's time to stay in your own lane or detour. You decide. Good night.